rev up. Yeah, so, if you guys want, I will recruit another person to fill James's spot, and I will actually put more time into it this time. Last time it was probably about a 3 or 4 hour process of just like talking back and forth with them before deciding on them, and I'll actually open the post tonight after tonight's session and vet someone all week, so...
Make sure you're ready for heavy roleplaying.
Yeah.
We are not a combat heavy group.
Makes me wonder why I built a guy that punches things.
Hey, say what you want, but Roman gets the job done, RP-wise. He got, not Kadum, but the other assassin, whose name I forgot. Or the other doppelganger, whose name I forgot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but he got the other doppelganger to give up some information.
The one that we let go?
Yeah.
What is his name?
I don't remember his name either, but, you know.
Bevelus?
Oh yeah, Bevelus is an identity, he assumes.
I don't know if he had a name besides that, though.
That's what we know him as.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's true. Let me write that down just to make sure I have it.
He has a real name, I guess, but I don't think we know the real name.
Yeah.
We just know him as that doppelganger guy that, we heroically saved and got the information out of Jordan.
Should have died. Should have fucking died.
Hey, by the way, Kadum was 100% rolled up encounter for you guys, and you guys actually just spoke with her and had a pleasant conversation, and then departed. I was so shocked.
I was too.
I think that's because Brock Brooks wasn't there for that day. I didn't get a chance to fuck it up.
It's true. Jordan's penis been there to get up in it.
Oh yeah, Brock was also...
I played bad role playing on the DM to see who was controlling my character. You should have known I would have tried to stick my penis in a hot chick.
Yeah, Brock was charmed though for that session, so it lasted 24 hours with no resave against it.
Yeah, but charm is just like, I guess that one person I'm super chill with. Everybody else doesn't matter.
True. Yeah, Brock would remember her face though, or at least what she looked like. And if it ever becomes relevant, I will bring it up. Anyways, we are live. For those watching, welcome to, this is the Ilderon Tales, Group 2, Pride and Prudence, Episode 14. I will be controlling Ingolian tonight. I will also be controlling... Oh, man. Let me look at it, because my... Well, yeah, Tristan, but I forgot Derek's character's name.
Elias.
Yeah, Elias. He's still there with you guys, by the way.
He's just there
chilling. He's been relevant a long-ass time.
Yeah. He's been going about his own things in the city. I'm going to also move Ingolian to an NPC, as I'm pretty sure James dropped from the group. So for those who liked him, we'll find somebody else. Let's see, Group 2. And the list of Group 2 NPCs just keeps growing. You guys got Ingolian Orendel, Aaron, Rachia Renalpaw, Elias, Effie, Jessica, and Career. So.
You're welcome.
Streaming from so we can see you since we don't have video now.
Wait, say it again.
Oh, where are you streaming from so I can see you in case you have to pantomime?
Oh, okay. I'm streaming on my YouTube channel.
I thought I had it.
Yeah, let's see if I just go to my YouTube if I've got a link to it, because oh, here we go. Pride and Prudence, copy. Yeah, there we go. I'm about to post it in the group chat.
I already have it pulled up. Because you're one of my favorite YouTubers, Brandon.
Oh, I need. Someday I'm going to go back and just edit some of these videos, take out all my uhs and ums, and actually put some production quality into this.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys mute it in the background, because if I keep hearing myself echo, I'm gonna die to death. But anyways, back with the intro, we got Ramon playing Urkus, Jordan playing Brock/Russell, and Robert playing Roman Drake. JD is absent tonight, so I'll be controlling Tristan. James left the group, I believe, so I'll be controlling Angolian. And as always, I am still controlling Elias. When we last left the group off, we had just finished the time skip. Let me close Facebook so that doesn't happen all night. We had just finished the time skip. To sum up everybody's events, do you guys want to sum up your own events, or do you want me to?
You can go ahead and do that.
Okay. So, Brock and Tristan attended. Well, first of all, the day started with everybody attending a breakfast with Lady Anadelia Surreal and Rachia Renalpaul, and they basically talked about the politics behind the trial, and that Seth Kalir had become kind of an image of unity and opposition and in ardor, and basically everybody kind of banding together to say, you know what, we need to come together. They explained the politics and why her getting off would be a bad thing, and why her being punished might not be the right thing. In the end, Brock came up with a plan to try and save her, and ended up hiring assassins to do so. The trial went off, and after a very moving testimony from Tristan, which I suggest anybody go back and watch, because it was touching to me, good lord.
Shed a tear.
Yeah.
Because he was bullshitting half of it.
Seth was still sentenced and found as guilty. As a kind of nod of respect to her, she was not sentenced to a public execution. That was the last the party had heard of her, had heard from her. Russell Drake, blah. Brock then went off to investigate his Earthfire weapon list, and found some more information about Ryren, the dagger, and found it more specifically in the information about it in the Nakart's Manor. The next person we had Urkus. Urkus went off, and I know one day he followed Career. I'm trying to remember what he did the day before. Oh no, the first day he followed Career. And he found out Career had gotten her her contact, Fractus Bahar, had gotten themselves mixed up in something, which she had asked to keep quiet about. Fractus is paying her to smuggle some type of metal inside of her statues into the capital. From there, the next day, Urkus... Oh yeah, we'll come back to that part, because that's where we're going to pick up on. And then we have Roman. I don't think Roman did anything but chill and went to the breakfast, right?
I almost got stabbed to death in a back alley fight ring.
Oh yeah, he went to a back alley fight ring, and there was a dirty fighter there who
dagger guy's on my list.
Who spent a lot of gold to get Roman down, then left.
And stole his money.
Yeah. Well, you don't know if it was him who stole your money. All he knows is that he was missing some of his money.
I already got a bone to pick with him, so I'll assume he too.
Yeah, Tristan spent the days comforting Jessica and just having a pleasant time in the capital. He received a letter from his wife, and somebody had intercepted it and had wrote that they look forward to meeting Tristan's wife. Apparently an enemy of Tristan's. With that, Tristan was interested in hiring protection to escort her, should they find her in the city when she gets here. And I will be controlling Tristan tonight, so if you guys want to know how that turns out, you gotta go stalk him. And then we have Urkus, his final event, he went to... Oh my gosh, that echo is just, like, getting to my brain. But Urkus went to investigate the matters relating to his soul, as the sage and the goddess both said that his soul was...
Headphones on, maybe I can't stop the echo.
Oh, I mean, it's not terribly bad. It just puts me off track a little bit. But...
Well, I know it's on our end, so I'm trying to think of ways to fix it.
But yeah, Urkus went to investigate the matters relating to his soul and found out some information about the Bound, which they are called, which are spirits who roam the forest he's from, and that they're unnatural aberrations, they're magical aberrations, and went to the Kalkin, as they are the experts on magical aberrations and abnormalities. Yeah. Anomalies, there we go, that's the word. And walked into the Kalkin's office to find it stained with blood. Where there were once many members here bustling about, moving papers and sending letters all over the city and the continent. Instead, there are corpses and the smell of dried blood, dry blood and death permeating through here. So we're gonna pick up there. It is the evening time, and this office seems the blood and everything that is on the walls seems to be not exactly fresh. Well, not fresh at all. It seems abandoned. What's it been? A week since you guys were last here?
So immediately after we saw the veil die.
So...
Yeah. If you want to know any more about it, if you roll me a perception check, I'd tell you what you see based on that. But yeah, Urkus just walks into this gruesome scene. On a passive perception, easily, yeah, you'd see a couple corpses laid about here and there. Specifically two. Some one lying behind their desk, and one lying in the middle of the room. They are... the one in the middle of the room is mangled. Urkus can't tell anything about the one from behind the desk.
Does it look like someone has gone through their stuff, tried to look through their papers, or is just like, was it just murder? Or should I run an investigation for that?
That would be an investigation.
Okay.
This, just looking around, the office was already chaotic and cluttered. The murder scene does not help at all with that.
Okay. I'm gonna... Let's see.
Oh, hey, I forgot the camera's on me. There we go. How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I run an investigation, try to look at what I can.
Roll it!
Got a 12.
Alright. Yeah, searching through the papers. They're definitely a mess in any sense of organized papers here. Any sense of organization is lost, as the papers are about the room just as much as the dried blood is. You're trying to see if this was a murder or a robbery, or what was the other thing?
Yeah, like someone's trying to ransack, like looking for something specific, or they were just going for murder. But I'm assuming because of how messy it is, it's hard to tell anyway. And I'm not a detective.
Yeah, I would say on a 12, and this will be for Urkus to deduce. This is something Urkus notices, but I guess he wouldn't know what it means with just a 12. There are areas where there are puddles of blood on the floor. And then there are papers on top of that blood with no blood stains in the paper. Like, the papers are on the dried blood.
Okay. I would rather not look through this building on my own. Considering how... If someone sees me here, and it's one of the people that don't like elves, or just they're generally not kind to people, I would rather have some more people with me to help me look around. So I decide to slowly try to leave the area as I saw it.
Okay.
And try to make my way back to the group, see who I can find to inform them about this and see what we can do. Should we investigate this, gruesome group being?
Well, Urkus, this is just something Urkus knows. The Kalkin aren't generally well liked at all. Most people avoid them if possible. So this building doesn't see very much attention at all, even though it is in the city proper. As Urkus leaves, he could shut the door behind him. The few people on the streets are... Well, the city's still active, and even in the middle of the winter at night. But the few people on the streets, like, leaving, seeing him pass by, would probably give him a scowl at most, but wouldn't pay him any other attention.
Right. Yeah, I'll close the door and make my way back at a hurried pace.
Urkus just, like, closes the door and dusts himself off. It's like, thank you for all the help, Kalkin, who are most definitely alive, that I did not kill at all. Alright, have a great day.
Look at me, walking on... walking
look at how unsuspicious I am. I am literally the most unsuspicious elf ever.
Alright, so you go back and meet up with your party?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are still at the Sage's Manor. Alshin has said that you can stay with him as long as you guys would like. He is currently trying to rebuild his reputation in town, and he has the foggy memory of an old man losing his memory, because he can't remember what happened the past couple weeks.
Well, he was blackout drunk. We'll just tell him that.
I'm assuming the men in black came and wiped his memory.
I'm pretty sure Ondus was wearing red.
Alright, so you meet up with your party and you want to tell them what happened?
Yeah, I assume at this late in the evening everyone has returned, and I should probably tell them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna like bust into the building and say they're dead.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I'm gonna hope they've grouped up. I would assume everyone's like grouped up and
Tris,
eating.
Yeah, Tristan and Jessica return from a relaxing day of spas, drinking tea, and exploring the city.
Oh boy.
And just
Alright,
like, I love how there's no drama in our life and how relaxed we get to be right now and just come, holy crap, there's a whole murder going on!
Yeah, so I'm gonna since I'm assuming everyone's gathered together, I'm gonna inform them that I need to speak with everyone. Well, not everyone, since career this definitely does not need to be involved, but of the group. Tell them we need to meet. Something bad happened. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Before this happens, before we start the meeting, can I get Effie to go research the Nacard Manor?
Well, I was actually just about to say that. Tell me who you pull, because Effie, as you guys are eating dinner and preparing to settle in for the night, is packing a bag and getting ready to work for the night.
Right. I want to talk to Effie about the Nacard Manor, since
Yeah,
she
you
seems to
could-
know more about, or sorry, wasn't anybody else as far as NPCs are concerned.
Yeah, I mean, it could be so that happens while I'm still on my way back.
Okay. Yeah, what do you want to say to her?
Like, hey Effie, during my research, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Rob, can you mute your microphone? Because the echo's really bad.
Your mom's really bad.
Alright, yeah, I'm not echoing anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna pull Effie aside and go, hey Effie, I know your main reason for being here is done now, but I found some more information on the Earthstar weapons. I was wondering if you're willing to help us.
She nods and says, I've taken a personal interest in this now. But she shakes her head and says, my work here is not done. The sage sent me to help find out what's on that list. And there's still more we need to... Or, I'm sorry, not the sage, the ocular. Yeah, you guys got friends in high places. But yeah, she says there's still more we need to discover.
Alright, so I think I might have found the location to Ryren, the one that takes souls from a being. When I was researching it at my wife's wife, or not my wife's, my sister's wife, manor, I found out that Leonard Nacard, part of the Nacard family, may have had it at one point in time, and it might exist as a Nacard manor.
She nods and says, because she was the one who deciphered the information for you. She nods and says, it's interesting that she had a book like this there. But, oh my gosh, let me pull up her sheet now. She says, Dianar Nacart. I am not very familiar with the nobility of this country, at least not nobility that lived that long ago. That book was... What did we say, 100 years old? Over 100?
Yeah, like, the person should not be alive anymore.
Yeah.
Should. Operative word.
But she just nods and says, if he was researching how to craft a Earthfire weapon, I don't... There's just so much we need to learn.
I agree. I think the best place to go would be to the manor where this book was written at, which apparently is not the one here.
She shakes her head and says, I want to give it a look around before we head anyplace else.
Oh, she wants to look at the book?
She shakes her head and says, "No, the manor."
Okay. That is fine with me. I was just giving the leads that I have. You haven't found anything on your own, have you?
She shakes her head and says, that cult, or rather the cult that's been giving everybody issues in town, not the Heart of Embers, but the one before that, the Fifth Ascended. They serve a man named Tengu. She shrugs and says, "It's a weird foreign name, I've never heard it before."
Out of character, I know it. Does my character know what a Tengu is?
I don't think so. That may have been haphazardly named something from the monster manual. She did say he was a human, though.
Well, Tengus are human-like creatures. The human are birds with long noses.
Let me double check it, because I based it on something. Let me make sure I didn't mess anything up. Let's see. Hey! Okay, that's what those are. I mean, for that, Brock can roll a history or nature check.
I will roll history. I rolled a 19. Studied this class.
Yeah. And this is just because of Brock's religion and the wealth of his family. Brock would know that in Girion there is only half of Girion is tamed. There are rumors of things on the other side of the river where the Ilderon have not set up civilization, of weird magical and abnormal creatures, and I guess the closest definition for them would be fey creatures and other not normal humanoids residing. However, he's never seen a Tengu, Kenku, or anything like that.
Alright. Well, I inform her of where the name derives from at the very least.
Okay. Yeah, she nods and says, "I doubt it's a birth name."
Well, I doubt it's a birth name. Maybe something to strike fear based on the creatures from this other unruly area that hasn't been settled yet.
She nods and says, "Yeah, but that's where my search has led me. Nothing to do with Earthfire weapons, but definitely strange arcane property or arcane issues surrounding this cult."
True enough. It's definitely something else to research later.
She nods and says, "Tonight I'll look into the Nakarts." She says, "I'm not from here, but I hear the name, but I've never seen any face to put to it. Do you know of this Lord Nakart?"
Isn't Anadelia's not a Nakard, right?
She is not. Her family is their closest allies.
Okay. Not much. Well, I don't know. How much do I know about the Nakards? being another powerful family?
There is a wiki entry on them, under the Ardor Sarai thing. That's public knowledge. I mean, just general public knowledge. You would know, that the, heir, or rather the family has no heirs. The leader of the family married, Lethalia Sarel, and then died mysteriously a couple years later. They had no children, and the house has fallen under her management. And she's been going by Lady Lethalia Nakart for the past 15 or so years. Before that, she was relatively unknown.
Gotcha. Well, I tell her about the basic knowledge, and then I also tell her that if she wants more information, I know that Anadelia, Surreal, my sister's wife, would definitely know more about this subject than I would.
She nods and says, I just like knowing what I'm stepping into. She says, but if that's it, I will be off and see what I can find tonight.
Make sure your soul doesn't get rent from your body.
She laughs and says it already has.
Alright, done with my conversation.
Alright, so, she heads out. Urkus would come back, very soon, after that point, and say, hey guys, we gotta talk. So who does Urkus pull?
The usual party.
Okay, Elias is not there. So would it just be Tristan, Roman, Brock, Ingolian, Jessica, Career?
Probably not Career, since we don't want to get her involved.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you guys, can find someplace private in the mansion to talk to, or talk to each other.
Right.
Or you can talk in the event room that you guys have been eating in.
Probably find a place quiet, just in case. Because I feel this is kind of a big deal.
Okay, yeah, you guys, I mean, most of the diplomatic guests have already been gone.
Right,
So
but
there are
you never
open
know.
rooms galore that you guys can talk in.
Right. Alright, so I guess once everyone's gathered together, I'll inform them that I had stopped by the Calcan office, and it appears that every single person in there has been killed, and it seems to be they've been dead for a while now.
On a bright note,
Career raises her hand to her
Oh
mouth.
no!
in a
I
gas.
said no! I said
Oh,
like,
not
I said
Career?
didn't come.
Okay,
yeah, she's
yeah.
not there.
so
She doesn't.
bright note. While this is very, very bad, at least Makana wasn't there.
Mhm.
You know, she probably could have saved them if we didn't send her away.
I didn't send her anywhere. Someone else did that.
Yeah, Tristan scratches his head and says, how was I supposed to know if we showed her that journal she'd go charging off?
Yeah, we never knew, but still, someone murdered that entire office, and no one has known. And I don't know for how long they've been dead. The blood's been dry, and from what I've seen, it was just murder. Like, their office is a complete mess, and it's not any better last time we were there.
So, sounds like a job for the great detective. We should all head out there and go see what's going on. Go see if we can find some clues.
Yeah, that's why I came to get you guys. It's better to look at it together, just in case something happens. Something always does.
We're not at all worried that whatever did it.
I think you're still muted.
Yeah, you're fuzzy to me,
Yeah, I couldn't hear him.
Robert.
Well, you can unmute it when you're talking.
Are we not worried that whatever did this isn't still around?
Well, it's been a while. From the look, like I said, from the looks of it, they've been dead for a while. So they did what they did and left.
Okay then.
Everyone agreeing going to try and investigate.
Yep.
Yep.
And why not? Let's throw ourselves to this next new mystery.
All right. So,
Let's split up, gang.
you guys are going to head towards the Calkin's office, which is in the city proper. It's by the time you get back over there, it's going to be near midnight. I need to know who you bring with you.
So we're splitting up. I suggest that Shaggy and Scooby go to the basement.
Well, I basically need to know if you bring one NPC or not with you. The rest are.
He needs to know if we bring Jessica.
She has
Jessica.
she has good eyes, and I have night vision.
We're bringing Jessica. We're bringing, I guess, Tristan.
And then I
This is not an
assume
NPC. And we can bring Elias. Oh, Elias is here.
Well, I don't know. Well, he wasn't there, so we can't bring him.
I forgot what James's character's name was.
Angolian.
Angolian.
I guess we can bring Angola in.
Bring the whole gang. It's how many? Like 5 heads are better than one.
We can bring Aaron. I still need to talk to that guy at some point in time.
So you're bringing
you
Aaron?
just need a meat shield. You need a meat shield? Is that what you need?
Wait, was he human?
Yeah.
Aaron is
so I-
human.
Okay. Okay.
Aaron.
All right.
He is a human slave.
Okay. So, we're gonna
So you
need
guys do
light.
decide to bring him?
No.
That's up to Brock. Yeah.
I need him to organize my sock cabinet.
Okay, do you tell him that?
I tell him to go organize my sock drawer.
Okay.
That's exactly how I want it organized. I want it rainbowed, long socks. If there are any socks with holes in it, either stitch it or throw it away. And for every sock you throw away, you're going to have to buy a replacement sock.
Aaron nods. He is more excited to organize. Well, he doesn't know what you guys are doing, so he's like, "Yeah, organizing the sock drawer. That's all I got to do tonight. Awesome. Better than what I used to do."
Getting whipped and/or used for sex.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head to the Calkin's office.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so just one of the things.
Before we leave the manor, sorry, just thought about this. Can I ask the servant if they have any sticks of incense that I can use, that I can take with me?
Can you say that one more time? You got a little bit fuzzy.
I wanted to ask the servant if they have any incense that I can bring with me.
Incense.
Incense.
Yes, as Sage Alshindoris is a sage of a holy religion, they would have some that they would burn over dead bodies or for rituals like that. You are given... I'm just roll a d4 for it, because that seems like the most fair thing to do. You are given 4 sticks of incense, and each one will burn for an hour.
Cool things. Man. Okay. We're goods.
Alright, so yeah, you guys head there. It's about midnight It is. I rolled the weather for the day in another group. It is freezing outside. I'm assuming everybody's either carrying torches or is bundled up warmly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Gotta be.
You reckon if you spent more than probably about an hour and a half outside, you'd probably have to start rolling stuff against the cold for tonight. But yeah, most people avoid the Calcan office anyways, but in the middle of this brisk night, nobody is paying much attention to you guys as you enter. Coming inside, there is no hearth lit in the room, and it is dark. The only light is from your guys' torches and the moonlight coming in. But yes, it's as Urkus described. There are two bodies on the first floor. One lying behind a desk. One mangled in the middle of the room. There are papers everywhere, and the walls are stained red with dried blood.
I forgot to ask, is this a one-story or two-story building?
It is 2 stories.
Okay. Alright.
As we enter the room, I'm going to touch, what's his name? Roman's back and cast light on his armor.
Alright, Roman begins to glow.
Why?
Well, because if we get ambushed, I'm going to have her take the one we're able to single out.
Fuck you.
I was gonna say,
But I don't care because I'm shining bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine
I
bright
also
like a...
cast light on Tristan.
Alright.
that same thing. Like you said, there's
We have 2 sources of light.
Is there anything we can light up in the room to have light?
There's a hearth on the first floor by the window to the right. You can light that up to warm the room if you want, and it would shed light. There's also a chandelier with candles in it, and torch bearings on the wall, none of which are lit.
Okay.
I don't know if the proper word for it is a chandelier. I forgot what they're called though, but they're
Chandeliers.
Yeah, they're metal round things with areas for candles to be inserted in them.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds right.
And you gotta use like a long rod to heat it up or turn it on. Yeah.
So, before we light the hearth, I think we need to search the hearth, make sure nothing got burned as like evidence being destroyed.
Yeah.
Don't light the hearth.
Okay. Are you gonna investigate?
Yes, I'm going to have Roman follow me over to the fireplace.
Okay. While you guys go there, I'm going to see if I can find the stairs to the second floor. Since
Okay.
I don't need a torch.
I'm going to continue being a flashlight.
Okay, there are 2 rooms on the first floor from where you're at. In this area that you can see, the doors are closed, and there is one hallway on the back left side of the room that is dark and around the corner. Even though Urkus can see in the dark, he's just not angled to see down the hallway.
Okay. I'll go down that hallway carefully.
Okay.
Can't be too careful.
The back of this hallway, there is another door. But as you're walking down the hallway, there are... What's Urkus's passive perception?
I have 16.
Okay. There are scratches in the wood of the hallway as you're walking down it. On your right, there are 2 staircases before you get to the door at the end of the hallway. One leads down and one leads upwards.
Okay. Where were the scratches again?
Just on the wood.
Okay.
Like there was a scuffle in the hallway.
Okay. Does it look like the scratches come from a certain direction, or are they just generally just there?
It would take an investigation check.
All right, let me do that. Got a 14.
14. Yeah, looking.
Not doing good.
Yeah, looking at these scratches, there are bits of it where it's kind of laced into. I'm trying to find a way to describe this. Hold on, let me look at something real quick, because a lot of these have descriptions.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, so, looking at these, there are two distinct, types of scratches. And one would look like this. I'm gonna draw it with the, I'm gonna draw it with the tool at the bottom of the map. One would be like a scratch in the wall, and then coming out of it, the scratch kind of has indentions in the wall that kind of zigzag from it as small singes. And then the other type of scratch would look far more kind of like a slash of sorts. Easy to assume fingernails or claws of some sort for the second one. The first one's a little odd.
Okay. Alright, since I found stairs going up and stairs going down, I decide to go back and see if the others have found anything in the hearth? Is that what it's called? Hearth? See if they have anything. Yeah, if they lit it, because I wasn't told why they went there to look at it.
I want to
Make sure there wasn't anything in there that.
Yeah, no, Urkus wasn't told, but I know you guys said that. I assume he just walked over there.
Just looking at the hearth, there are metal bars that would hold the wooden logs, but around the metal bars and in the hearth is just a pile of complete ashes. Much in the way of whatever was here, and this is just, easy to deduce. It was probably burning and no one put it out. It just burnt completely down.
All right. Is there wood nearby that we can light and put into the hearth?
Yeah, there's a small stack toppled over near it. It is also stained with dried blood.
Well, I don't mind the smell. So, yeah, we're going to start lighting this hearth because it's cold outside.
All right. Yeah, it takes you guys about 10 minutes to get it stacked up. Do you guys have... Oh, you have torches, yeah. And you're able to use your torches to light it.
Cool. After that, I get rid of the light spell that's on Roman.
Okay, well, it would probably expire on its own by then.
I think I can still cancel it, too.
Yeah. But yeah, the hearth starts to crackle. It sheds a bright light next to it for about 10 feet, and then just dim light from there out.
Alright. After the hearth is lit, I want to do an investigation of the room, since it's all nice and lit now.
And you haven't looked at it yet, so yeah.
Go ahead.
Do better than my 12.
Hey,
Please.
Roman, you going to help me look, or you just going to stand there?
Yeah, I'll look.
You can use the help action and let him roll with advantage.
I rolled a 21.
Alright. So
I'll take that 4.
the first thing Brock notices is that among all the windows in the room are closed, and the hearth goes up to the second floor and is covered and bends out to let the smoke out of the building. Door closed, no wind gets into this room. So the first thing he notices is that all the papers thrown about the room, while there are some speckled with drops of blood, there are some on top of puddles of blood that are completely dry. That just kind of informs him that maybe this murder happened and then somebody else came back and rustled through everything or moved things where they shouldn't have been, as there shouldn't have been any wind to kind of blow these things there.
Gotcha.
On a 21, he would notice the corpse behind the desk is...
Drum roll, please.
Let's hope it's not female. Brock won't be happy about that.
Mm.
Vengeance is a good motivator.
It'll be personal.
The corpse behind the desk, it is less mangled, significantly less mangled than the one in the middle of the room. And it also has a bloody dagger on it, clutched in its hands.
So the one less mangled, put of a fight?
Perhaps.
Makes no sense.
There are some of the markings in the room. Look. What's the word I'm looking for? Concurrent. Some of the markings in the room look to have been caused with the dagger that could probably match the one it's holding.
All right. I inspect the less mangled one, looking for cause of death.
This one's wounds are less significant. If the other people, or rather the other one person here in this room, was killed horrifically, this person's death must have been caused by something else. I mean, it's kind of hard.
Stab wounds in it on her.
There are stab wounds, but not evisceration wounds.
Okay.
Like, when I say the corpse in the middle of the room has been eviscerated, I mean, like, entrails torn out, parts of its skin flayed off, head smashed, whatever areas of its body are left stabbed.
So that one was destroyed by bees. The other one was destroyed by a human or humanoid.
That's one conclusion Brock could come to.
I was making sure that, like, the less mangled one didn't commit suicide, considering there's a dagger still in their hand. That's why I was looking for any wounds, like around the heart, like a stab wound or something of that nature. Because my other conclusion was that she was the one that mangled the other thing by a mind control.
Yeah. Does Brock say that out loud?
Yeah, I'm giving out all my thoughts.
Yeah. Jessica shivers at that thought and says that Andis, did he give you his name? I think he did. Jessica says that Andis guy back at the hideout could speak into my mind. And, I don't doubt magic like that exists.
No, that's a scary thought.
Oh yeah, Mega Wizard could totally get into your brain.
Yeah, she looks at Brock and says, something with the ability to make you act against your own interests. It's very scary.
On the bright side, he wasn't able to get to any of us. You held out there pretty well.
She nods and rests her hand on her short sword.
I give her a company arm on her shoulder.
I'll say around this time, Ergus has come back and told them that it found stairs leading up, stairs leading down, so we could split up and search. Cover more ground. Let's split up, gang.
Is that a good idea?
Who wants to go?
I was gonna say, is that? I don't know if we want to split up.
Who wants to go into the dark, dank basement?
Do we want to split the party?
Who wants to go into the dark, dank basement?
Wait. How many people do we have?
6?
Jessica,
Jessica,
Ingolian, Tristan, Brock, Roman, and Urkus.
Alright. Yeah, splitting the party does not sound like a good idea.
Does it ever sound like a good idea?
Yes. Okay, splitting the party sounds great. Tristan can go to the basement. The rest of us could go check the attic.
That's not
Great idea.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Tristan's reply.
Yeah, Tristan would swear at Brock. I'm just looking at my list of swears from this world. Yeah, Tristan would just tell Brock go to the bridge, which would be Brock's version of hell.
I will
You mean no
go
women?
downstairs. I'll volunteer to go downstairs with whoever go downstairs, since my dark vision would probably help out where there's less light.
So, I would not recommend splitting the party up. Like, aside from getting Tristan killed. So,
It's like,
if that's
okay.
not going to happen, I
Okay,
suggest we start at the top and work our way down.
I'm fine either way.
Okay, you guys head upstairs.
The upstairs first, then.
Upstairs.
If anything happens, it's all Brock's fault.
Okay.
Brock's
He's
our compass.
The first thing you notice, walking into the stairwell, upwards, the blood returns. The walls are slightly spattered on the bottom parts of the stairs, but as you get up higher, just looking down, you notice the higher parts of the stairs. There are pools of where blood would have been dripping down from the top down and have kind of dried. Getting upstairs, there are 4 rooms up here. There is one door furthest back that you can see that is busted open.
Alright, I have a question. Are there bodies at the top of the stairs?
Not that you can see here. However, the things in the hallway are toppled over. It seems that there was a fight all the way up here.
I mean, pools of blood don't occur from people walking past.
It was like,
Pools of blood occur from bodies being left there.
Yes, that is true.
So there's no bodies.
Just pools of
Not
blood.
in the hallway.
Do we see the blood coming from
You-
out from under any doors?
Yeah, you see
Or-
it. You see it from the room with the busted open door.
Okay, that's the only one then.
What do
Wow,
they
that's
do?
a
Chop
lot
off their
of-
head and like squeeze their blood out like a toothpaste tube?
God. So I guess we need to look in the busted room.
I suggest we just go door by door. You know, that's obviously a red herring. The busted room doesn't have anything to offer us. It's these closed rooms over there.
So you guys start at the room nearest to you.
Oh no, I'm going to the busted room.
Okay.
I started the room nearest.
Okay. So Urkus heads towards the door open, and Brock opens the nearest door. Right or left, Brock? There's one on each side of you.
Let's go with the right.
The right one, Brock opens it, and it is a small library of sorts. There is, to his left, the room is lined from floor to ceiling with books. On his right, there is a storage area for what he assumed was originally for letters. However, all the papers on his right are thrown out of the letter boxes and their storage areas, and most of which are open and scattered all about.
All right.
This room is absent of blood.
Okay.
Going over to Urkus, he walks to the room with the open door, and pushes open what's left of it on its hinges. Inside the room, this room also, by the way, is is partly made of stone and metal. This seemed to be a war room or meeting room of sorts. The large table in the middle of the room is pushed up on the wall. It's broken through, though, the part that would have been blocking the door. There are 8 bodies in here in a pile. It's easy for Urkus to imagine whatever attacked them, this is probably where they made their last stand.
So they're just in a pile on top of each other?
They're kind of scattered about as like one closest to the door.
Oh, okay.
Not
Okay.
everybody here in the Cowkin were fighters, so Urkus can kind of tell that maybe the more bureaucratic ones would be in the back, and that they've kind of tried to hold up here. And after that failed, there was just no place else to run. As this isn't just an office. This is kind of like a small bunker of theirs in this city.
Okay, I just had to run an investigation to take a better look around the room.
Okay.
I also wanted to do investigation around my room.
16. God damn it.
Hey,
General area.
yeah, I was going to say, you've improved by 2 every roll. Your next is going to be an 18. You just keep getting better, man.
I rolled a 13.
Meanwhile, Brock.
What are you guys looking for specifically?
I want to look for. Well, I was going to say something out of place, but that sounds kind of like an awful thing
Yes,
to do.
you find it. I look for something out of place. Yes.
I would look for something that should not be in a library or a letter room. I am also looking for something that has taken more or an area of the room that has taken more damage than the other parts of the room.
Okay, and Brock really doesn't find anything, just picking up these letters and skimming them a little bit. What he's able to glean is that all of these letters are different reports from different members of the Kalkin investigating different anomalies. If anything, nothing was left here, and maybe something was taken. It'd be pretty impossible to tell, what's missing.
Since this is reports of strange things, is the NACARD manor among any of these reports?
Actually, I'm just gonna roll a percentage die for it. Brock wouldn't find anything initially about that, but I mean, that's something he can keep in mind searching for.
I'm going to check the other room shortly.
Okay. Yeah, back to Urkus. What's Urkus looking for among the bodies?
I'm looking to see if they died similar ways to the first person, just completely mangled, or if they are less mangled.
These up here, there would be probably 2 of which. And has Urkus been here before?
Not in this room.
Okay, yeah, but he's been to the Kalkin office before.
Yeah, downstairs.
Yeah, 2 of which, it's hard to recognize anything left on these bodies. 2 of which Urkus would vaguely recognize from the first time he was here. Have minor stab wounds on them, and the rest of their bodies are completely eviscerated. The other people remaining in this room, would just be mangled and flayed corpses.
Alright, since this is kind of like a meeting room type room, do I see anything scattered about, notes or anything?
You,
That's still legible?
You search the bodies?
The bodies and around the room.
Okay. The first thing Urkus would notice is, looking at the bodies in the back, they're, it's hard to say they're, their possessions, because their clothes, armor, all of that would be ripped. The things you imagine would be inside the pockets of those, or the pouches of those, are next to them, as if they've been sorted through.
So I could essentially conclude that someone was looking for something from their pouches, just being laid out. But it doesn't look like it, at least from what I can tell, doesn't look like anything was taken from them. They were just searching for something.
Let me see if...
Since from the way you're describing it, I'm thinking of it as like someone opened up the pouch and took out each part, everything in there bit by like one at a time, looking to see if it's what they're looking for, and then setting it down, moving to the next person.
The way... If Urkus goes to look for something on these people, and just anything he could think to look for is visible. Where he'd kind of expect chaos in this room and kind of like searching for it, it seems that it was already turned up.
Okay, so no, it doesn't seem like anyone took their money. It's just that's still there.
Yeah, the money is still there. One person, I guess there would be a tilted over inkwell near one person, and a journal with probably a torn page out of it. However, there's Urkus reading the journal. What's left of it, there's nothing but just routine scratchings of the day of woke up, went to this, did this, did this.
Could are the are our current NPC characters standing there, or are they also looking in the other rooms?
I guess Tristan would be taking up point on the stairs, just kind of guarding, and Jessica would be with him. And Golian would just kind of be lackadaisically poking around.
Okay, alright, I was just trying to figure out what was going on with everyone else.
Yeah, Urkus could say something to them and try and direct them.
No, I'll leave this room as is for now.
Okay.
And go and inform the others what I found. Also, going to ask them, do you guys think it's rude if we take some of this money?
They're dead. What are they going to do with it?
Wait, what money?
That's one of the things that Irkus is telling them. That doesn't seem like someone looked like they went through their stuff, and they didn't take any of their money, so they weren't looking for that.
Since Urkus told us this, I want to go and inspect the bodies real quick.
Okay. Yeah, you see some mundane and some non-mundane stuff, like spell component pouches sifted through. Pouches, once again, sifted through. But yeah, this room... And I'm just describing the relevant things to the conversation, but this room is horrific.
Okay.
This wasn't a fight. This was a slaughter in this room.
While everybody else is out in the hall, I attempt to loot all the bodies.
Well, it's not very much of a secret, because if Urkus tells you guys this, I imagine Brock's like, hold on, let me go look at it. And then everybody just kind of, comes along, is like, alright, let's see what he's finds.
Not necessarily. They can stay in the hallway and keep on talking about the dead body.
No.
And you're going to keep all the gold for yourself?
We're going to go in there and look, and you're going to see us, and you're going to say, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Let us see. Yeah, we'll just split it among the party. 44, 56. 70. 76. Everybody in the party can gain just 76 gold worth of mundane items. That way, just save you guys the time of selling the little knickknacks and things you picked up.
Yeah, we'll just assume we sell little knickknacks.
Yeah.
And since none
As
of
the
us
spell component patches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can get you can pick up the spell component pouches. However, I just factored their costs in as they aren't. None of them have much of any rare components, as these guys weren't powerful casters.
Well, I'm not a powerful caster either, but I also don't have a spell component pouch. So I like components for my spells.
I mean, I have no problem giving you my share.
Well, I mean, you'd be able to pick up a spell component pouch, and you're generally able to refill your spell component pouch each time you go back. And this is just a game rule. I forget where it is, but basically any place you go to buy like magical goods, like an alchemist, or anytime you're in town, you can just spend 5 gold and refill your spell component pouch.
So can I just refill the spell component pouch out of these dead bodies spell component pouches?
Yes, you'd be able to do so. The only thing you're not able to find here is spell components with specific gold requirements. As far as if you look at it like a spell like Greater Restoration, It takes verbal, somatic, and material components, and the material components is diamond dust worth at least 100 gold pieces, which the spell consumes. As opposed to Goodberry, which is just a sprig of mistletoe, which is, like a 2 copper item.
I don't think I have anything that's worth of value, or need anything worth of value for spells.
You don't see anything start requiring gold components until you get to I think the cheapest one is 25, something worth 25 gold pieces. Other than that, most of them are mundane things.
Okay.
Oh, here's one. Actually, I didn't sit down and read through all of these, but find familiar 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that must be consumed by fire in a brass brazier. So that you would not find there, but yeah, the rest of the stuff.
Necromancer spells require bling.
Yeah, if you need human arms, you can find that here too. Just shove that in your pouch.
Look, this whole room, this whole building seems to be a necromancer's dream.
That's almost what I was.
76 gold.
Yes, 76 gold.
76 gold.
Alright. Let me get that. 244. 242. Alright. I want to do my investigation of the room as well. See if I can find anything that Arcus may have missed.
Yeah, Urcus was pretty thorough here.
Okay, then I won't do that. I will trust Arcus.
Yes. Alright, so... should we continue? I mean, it looks like we found the main area where they, fought.
Well, I mean, we still don't know what's behind any of the other doors. Maybe there were survivors.
I'm pretty sure there aren't any. Have you smelled this room?
Well, all the bodies are in this room. Of course it smells awful. That room makes me like lavender. We haven't been in there.
Just to appease Brock, let's look at the rest of the rooms really quick.
We can each take a room, and we'll be done in half in so much time.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys decide to split up and open the remaining 2 doors.
Yeah.
As you do so, Jessica perks up at you guys walking through the hallway, and she she draws out her short sword and puts her hand up and hunches down and says, "Somebody's here."
Okay.
I'm going to take this moment to equip the brass knuckles.
I will roll a perception check to see if I can notice what you noticed.
You can try.
Yeah, you can try.
I rolled that 20. Go me.
Yeah.
Fuck
So. So this is a check. It's 21 perception. Let's see. Jessica got a 27 on it. You got a 21. Brock just tries. Brock tries very hard, and just over the crackle of the hearth downstairs, he hears footsteps that. Well, he doesn't hear footsteps, but he hears a poof, poof, poof that is different than the crackle of the fires. He listens for maybe about 12 seconds before the footsteps stop, along with the fire.
Guys, as I'm drawing up my saber, someone just put out the hearth.
All right.
Also, I have amazing hearing.
Well, he would have never noticed had Jessica not pointed it out for him.
And we will state that.
Doesn't matter. Nobody else thought I could do this.
Okay. let's quiet down, guys, and I'll notch out my bow. Get out my bow and notch an arrow. Since we have a funnel.
Speaking of funnel, I say that the tanky cleric and the beefy strongman should be in the front of the line.
Okay. I'll ask Jessica if she hears if she can hear them coming up the stairs.
She shakes her head and says, "No, I don't."
So we don't have a rogue.
We do have a rogue.
We
do have a rogue.
Angolian.
Oh, Ngolian's rogue. How about we send Ngolian down to sneakily go check out what is going on?
And isn't he half elf? So he has dark vision.
I think he's a full elf.
Or full elf, yeah. Well, either way, he can see in the dark.
Which your beefy paladin cleric and your strongman cannot.
On top of that, they'll be very loud going down the stairs.
You
Oh wait, the cleric will be very
like
loud.
I'm not
going
that.
down the stairs.
So can we have Angolian try to sneak down, see if he can see him?
You guys asked Angolian to do that for you?
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Angolian nods, and he's going to roll a stealth check going down the stairs. Let's see, where's his character? There we go. And there we go. He rolls a 15. Let me roll that. Yeah, Angolian takes his time carefully walking down the stairs. It is pitch black, but he is a elf, so he does have dark vision, luckily. He walks downstairs and basically with oh, actually, you guys wouldn't know what happens because he's not in the party, or rather, he's not a human or player-controlled character right now. Yeah, Angolian is downstairs for a minute, and then comes back upstairs. He says, it's somebody holding a torch. They're down there and they're scribbling on a pad.
Can you be more descriptive of what this person looked like?
He shakes his head and says, I didn't want to get too close. They were wearing robes. Let's see. He says they had scars up and down their hands and one on their face, from what I could see.
Scars or stars?
Scars.
Scars. Alright. I say...
He says they seem to be waiting on something.
So what do you guys think? Should we confront them? Ambush them? Wait for them to come to us?
I'm worried they have backup.
If we ambush them now, we'll have a hostage at least. Or if backup does show up.
That's a good point. Urkus, what's your thoughts?
It's not like we have much of a choice. Either wait up here for him to go away, and who knows how long that will take, or go down and confront them.
Sounds like the consensus on confronting.
So then my question then is, do we barrel down noisily, or do we try to be stealthy?
Let's try to be stealthy.
Tristan rolls his eyes, pulls out his mace and shield, and begins
Oh, God,
clicking
no.
down the stairs.
He's about to yell Leroy Jenkins.
I mean, how do you expect Tristan... I'm gonna roll a stealth check for Tristan.
That's
It's like-
exactly like what Tristan would do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you expect him to do? Roll a stealth check?
No.
Get him to stay seated.
Let's see, let me move it over here as I open his character sheet. He's probably got, what, a -5 in stealth?
I know he has a negative in stealth. He said it before.
There you go. Yeah,
Stealthy, though.
Tristan begins,
Clank, clank, clank,
Yeah,
clank.
Tristan takes your advice and tries to move stealthy, but you just hear his chainmail just clink, 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 as
At
he's
this
moving
point-
down the stairs.
Well, as far as they know, there is one person, so I'm gonna roll a stealth check,
Mhm.
just so they can hear less people coming down.
I'm going to do the same.
Surprisingly, Tristan had a chance to beat this person's perception check. Yeah. So, Tristan moves down the stairs first, followed by
going last.
Roman, as was the marching order. You
It's
guys
true.
get to the bottom of the stairs, and Roman,
Apparently as loud as possible.
yeah, as Tristan takes his time getting down the stairs and doesn't do it efficiently, he stops as he turns the corner to look at the person in the next room, and Roman runs into him on the last stair and trips and falls, making the loudest noise possible. Very instantly, the figure in the room, you guys hear a scream, just kind of echo through here. It is a woman's scream, and it is one of holy hell. What the is? And it's just kind of like
Terror.
it's just kind of
Terror.
a terrible.
It's, it's just haunted.
Oh,
We're
my
ghosts.
goodness. They're dead bodies here. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
at the scream, I take the last 3 steps to jump down and go, I heard a lady screaming. What's going on?
Yeah, the person in
Okay, Tristan and I are fine.
yeah, the person in the room turns to run out. Tristan from the ground underneath Brock, or underneath Roman, is going to cast Hold Person. Let me move his character sheet again so I don't reveal it to the world.
Again.
Show us.
Yeah. Let's see. He normally has it prepared. Yep, Hold Person, and his spell DC is that. Cool. So, she is going to roll a will save against it. And fail spectacularly as she reaches for the door. She reaches for the door, and suddenly... Hold on, let me just post that in the thing so I have the text in front of me. Suddenly she freezes and is stuck in place. I think she's affected by the paralysis condition.
Yes.
Yep.
Choose a humanoid. You can see the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On success, the spell ends on the target. Alright, and the paralyzed condition, I don't believe they drop what they're holding, because that would be bad if she sets this wooden stone house on fire.
Yeah, burn it down.
Paralyzed condition, a paralyzed creature is incapacitated, see incapacitation, and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength or dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attacker that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. Incapacitated and incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. So yeah, she's just kind of stuck there holding her torch. One hand reached towards the door, the other one holding the torch. Every 6 seconds, she gets to re-roll her save.
Well, I'm going to run over to her and turn her around.
Okay, so the stairs are difficult terrain for you as is because they're stairs. Brock and...
I also said that I dropped the last 3.
Oh, okay, well, see, it's not like you can just jump the last... The way the hallway's set up, they lead straight into the hallway. You can't really jump the last 3 without landing on top of Brock and
Roman. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you think I care? There's a woman in this house.
Okay, roll me a dexterity save.
Dex or acrobatics?
Either or.
Acrobatics is dex.
Yeah, but whichever one's higher.
I rolled a dex 23.
23, alright. So, so Brock hears this shriveled scream, yeah, and goes to jump off the stairs, and I'm imagining that he kinda just leaps forward and kinda wall kicks off the other wall around the dog pile that is Roman Brock, our Roman and Tristan. In the next room, he sees a woman in, well, not a woman, a figure in a black robes holding a torch reaching for the door. He's able to move towards her with the rest of his movement. However, as he does, the spell does break on her. And she begins casting a spell on herself. And then pulls out the longsword at her waist with her free hand. And wards it towards the party, saying, "Stay back!"
I would just have to note that Irkus took the time to clap a little bit when Brock did his acrobatics. Just 2 times, wow.
I'd clap, but I'm in the dog pile, so.
I mean, at this point, you'd be able to get up. 2 rounds have passed. I expect you guys don't sit there dry humping each other. They're that long.
Kristen and I don't have that relationship.
Yeah, so somebody casts grease on you guys, and it's just like literally a whole episode of TV of just slipping and sliding there.
So,
Brock can do it.
I hold up my hand so that she doesn't stab me immediately. And do I recognize now that there's a torch lit and she's face to face with me?
No, you never seen this person before.
Okay.
I mean, I imagine if...
How hot is she?
Yeah, I was about to say, I imagine if Brock is wearing any type of metal armor, he's... Right now, everybody just kind of hears, ding!
Wait, didn't...
I'm wearing leather armor, so there's not a ding. Right there.
Shake.
Other than the scars, the scar on her face and the scars up and down her arms, she is like probably Brock's model ideal woman. She is an 18 on appearance. She has
the fuck. Yeah.
She has blue
I heard
eyes.
That voice and I was like, she thought shit.
She has blue eyes and blonde hair, and she is the model Ardoria.
Oh my god, you're reminding me of this character. No, we'll talk about that later.
I would like you to know this character was rolled up randomly.
So, I have my hands up, and I'm like, whoa. We don't mean any harm.
If Brock wants to... We're doing cinematic combat. If Brock wants to spend his turn doing a persuasion check, he can.
All right. Persuasion check it is.
She spent her turn
I rolled a
casting.
28.
Okay, whatever.
Use those bard skills.
Yeah. What's Urkus want to do?
Since she seems to be frantic and we don't want to put her on edge.
I mean, she's already on edge.
I know.
She's
I don't
in
wanna
a
put her
house of
more
dead
on
people, and then a whole party just stumbled down the stairs, and one of them cast a spell on her, weapon in hand.
Yeah, I'll put the weapon up, but I'll put it down, like to to be non-threatening.
Okay, Urka, say anything?
Didn't Brock already ask her to calm down?
Yeah.
He did. She hasn't had a
Yeah.
chance to react. This is all kind of
Okay.
happening at the same time.
Just hold your action.
Yeah, I just hold my action. I won't say anything.
Okay. Jessica follows Brock's movement on the stairs and rolls an 18. Good lord, what is her acrobatics?
Let me clap for her as well. Just good job. Wow.
Fuck these two losers.
As a
Brown.
save, yeah, she gets a 23 also. If it was a acrobatics check, she gets a 20, but regardless, she succeeds it. But she comes into the next room, fist clench, short sword in one hand, and she looks to the rest of the party and says, "Are we fighting?"
Not yet. Hold on.
So everybody's just kind of at this standstill for a moment. Before
Standoff.
yeah. Before the woman says, still holding the sword towards you, torch in the other hand, says, "Who are you?"
We are a ragtag group of adventurers who stumbled onto a place full of dead bodies, and we're trying to figure out why they're dead.
Just another day in the life.
Yeah, she shakes her head and says, "You shouldn't be here."
Sounds like you shouldn't be here either.
She nods and says, "I don't want to be."
Alright, I'll go first. My name is Brock Brooks, and yours is? As I hold out a hand.
She says, "Look, some people you don't want to get tangled up with are on their way here. Just leave for now. If you're not trying to start any trouble, they asked me to watch this place."
What kind of people?
She says, "I'm telling you to go."
Alright. We'll leave. Can I get your name first? Ready to roll another persuasion?
Yeah, I'd say enough times passed that probably another persuasion check is a doable thing.
I rolled a nice 20. Can I also get your number?
Do you want to bear my children?
Yeah. She bites her bottom lip for a moment and says, "Orensina."
Well, nice to meet you, Orensina. Thank you for the warning, and we'll be on our way.
She nods and says, "I pray that our paths never cross."
That's hurtful. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Yeah, and she says, "For your sake."
For your sake, I hope we meet again.
Alright, does the whole party leave?
I mean, I'm not sitting in the murder house by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, once we leave the building and get like a block down the road, I'm going to whisper to the party that we should stake out the place to see who's actually coming.
Angolian agrees.
Yep, sure. I was thinking the same thing.
Fine.
Okay.
Although you guys are although it's really gonna be me and Angolian that can see since it's nighttime and you can't have the torches out.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys are in the city proper. There are plenty of inns in the area, and you can also go to one of the nearby temples. But since it is so cold outside, it'd be best to do this in shifts, rather than just having one person wait. Or rather than having the whole party wait out in the freezing cold with no torch or anything.
Alright, we should do it in shifts of 3. 3 people.
Okay. Who's in what shift?
Alright, so I recommend Agolian, me, and Jessica. And then Tristan, Roman, and Urgus.
Yeah, have one person with night vision in each group. That sounds fine.
And one tanky group.
Okay. I am just wasting your guys' time, because as you guys make this plan and the other group starts walking away, it's not very hard at all to notice a group of 3 people with torches head, just as you guys are in the distance making it, watching the building. The one group that decides to stay is watching the building. The other group starts to walk away. A group of 3 people holding torches walk inside.
So I motion for the people walking away. Hey guys, I don't think we had to wait long.
In the briskness of the night, in the distance, because they have torches, you can see they do have red and silver robes on.
Oh, God.
Do we know who those people are?
Red and silver sounds a lot like our good friend Ondus.
The Silver Seagulls.
Tristan rolls his eyes and says, Sigil. Sigil! Sigil!
Look, I'm not an English major. Or a common major.
But you are a cunning linguist.
I have a way with words. Alright. Bumblefoot and his twin brother pull back a little bit. And let's try to get our elves a little bit closer to see if they can eavesdrop.
The stealthy people, right? Along with Jessica, who has incredible perception.
Yeah. And then the ability, if they'll notice you, motion for us to move along, to come with.
One more time?
If they're in the clear, give us a signal to follow you.
Okay, as you guys continue to watch the building, the 3 of them walk in. One walks outside with the woman that was in there. She begins to walk away, or rather she walks outside holding a torch and begins to walk away. The one person who escorted her out waits on the porch of the building, while you can see inside the torchlight move from window to window, and what areas you can see of the building. The windows on this building, by the way, have small glass panes in between the wood frames, and around the outside of the window they have iron bars.
Okay. So, they left the guard. Do you want to go ambush the guard? Well, I know someone wants it.
If it's the silver sigil, like, do we really want to take them on?
Well, they don't look like Mega Wizard to me.
Yeah,
But they might know Mega Wizard,
and they might be mega other things.
Mega Barbarian, Mega.
I have a bard better than you.
I don't know.
Son of a
Tonight
bar.
sounds pretty great. What was her name again?
Orinsena? I'm sorry. Orinsena. Orinsena.
Orinsena. You said she started walking away? Or she's just waiting outside?
She began walking away.
Alright. So, Tristan, Roman, go take out the guard. Me and Jessica will go talk to our good friend, Orinsena. And then once we all figure out what's going on, we go ahead and do the other two.
Tristan says, wait. No, how about you guys go take out the guard, and I'll go intercept the hostage. Or intercept the, or go capture the person we interrogate. I forgot the word for it. My brain is lost tonight.
Hostage is right.
Yeah, there we go.
Sounds right. But how does Tristan not want to just go barging into a fight?
Also, barging into a fight. You want us to take out a guard after the debacle on the stairs.
Yeah, I feel like Tristan's knee-jerk instinct would be, if Brock suggests a plan, we should probably do the reverse of it.
Okay, Tristan. So you want the puny guard to go to take out the guard, and then the guy with the least conversational skills to go convince a woman to go back with us.
He says, no, I have magic from my god. I don't need convincing.
You know what? I've built up a good relationship with her, so if you're going to do that, we're both going to do this.
Relationship with her. You had 2 conversations. And she was just kind of like, don't stay in the room. You're going to get murked by some dudes. Yeah, she's into you.
I mean, I believe it.
Roll me a delusional check for Brock.
Do what?
I said roll me a delusional check. I'm kidding.
There's no such thing. Deception?
Okay.
Did I deceive myself?
Brock, or not Brock,
yes.
Tristan, as the Silver Sigil people who were inside, or who went to the building, never saw your guys' faces, begins marching down the street towards Orinsena.
I also follow after Tristan and tell everybody else to go back to the house.
Should we...
We're taking out a guard?
Should we actually do this?
I mean, if we take out the guard, there's a chance we have to take out the other 2. And we're going to be 2 men down.
Yeah.
You have a ranger.
Yeah.
It's not hard to
I'm
take out a
very
guard.
aware that we can... This can be coordinated properly. But that doesn't mean it will go well. You can do everything right and fail. Anyways. So what, we still have Jessica, me, and...
Me, you, and Angolian.
Okay, so if we're gonna do this, I'm gonna need you and Angolian to... What's your...
How far can you aim?
How far can you shoot?
Pretty far.
You never looked at the longbow in the player's handbook, have you?
Let me look.
A long way.
A long
Also,
way.
attacking someone in the middle of the street, while it is somewhere around 1 a.m. right now. Um, the streets aren't empty at all. This is the capital city, by the way. Every couple minutes, there's a cart or somebody on horseback just trotting by. Occasionally,
what are they doing?
Hey,
city never sleeps.
Yeah, I was
dog.
gonna say it's a city that never sleeps.
If something happens, they will have probable deniability because one of us attacked first, and elves, I don't know if you know this or not, aren't really seen in a good light recently here by quite a few people. So,
So what I'm hearing here is that no, we don't want to take the guard out right now because we'll be doing it in broad nightlight. But you get the idea.
yeah. Someone's a snitch out here. You never know who.
Jessica can say, well, if he doesn't know who we are, we can go up there and talk to him.
That's true.
Worth a shot.
Too bad our main conversation person is leaving.
She says, well, can't you guys just go up there and lie to him? Tell him. She thinks for a moment. And she says, wait, how's this? She's gonna roll a deception check, and she's gonna just kind of try and display a bit of emotion. She crinkles her face and says, I'm somebody I know was hurt by magical things. I need the Kalkin for help. And she looks at you guys and says, does that look convincing?
No.
You tried.
Good try though.
Just like you tried. Trust me, I wouldn't be any better than you.
Alright,
Man,
so
y'all are a bunch of defeatists.
you guys head towards the guard?
I was told I couldn't hear what wasn't happening downstairs, and I did.
Apparently, we can't let our dreams be dreams.
Yeah, we're gonna jump over
You need to make them reality.
Tristan and Brock. You guys storm down the street after this woman.
Not looking suspicious at all.
Yeah, I was to say, at first, she doesn't notice you guys, but as she turns onto a different street, it's very obvious you're following her.
Especially with Tristan's clanking armor.
I'm about to say, Tristan's not the silent ninja that we need.
She stops and turns towards you guys again and says, pulling out her spellbook to cast another spell. She says, or rather, Tristan will say, "Holt, you need to come with us." And mace in hand, other hand ready for war casting.
And I'm going to jump in front of him and say, "Please." Like, I really don't want this to break out into a brawl in the middle of the street.
Tristan says, "How do you know the Silver Sigil?" She she doesn't cast a spell. Her hand hovers over the book, and she says, "How do you know them?"
They hired us.
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah, you gotta roll that deception.
17. I thought they forced hire us.
Yeah, she looks at you she looks over you for a moment, just kind of discerning the words. Then she shakes her head and says, "You don't bear any of their marks." Also,
this was a recent development, and not necessarily fully agreed upon.
She interrupts you and says, where you say not necessarily, and she says, not necessarily true.
No, I said not necessarily, as in, yeah, they offered us a job, but they more like, do it or else, kind of thing.
She says, well, whatever your issue is with them is not with me. They hired me to look after that office, and if anybody comes in, to alert them. I saw smoke coming from it, and I did as I told. I'm done. Leave me alone. Tristan mulls it over for a second. And he's gonna roll insight against her.
I mean, I'm also going to roll insight.
Yeah, you guys feel a sense of earnestness coming from her. Tristan puts down his mace. She lowers her book and says, if you just stay away from the house, you have nothing to worry about from them. I don't know what they want there.
How did you get involved with the Silver Seagulls?
She shakes her head and says, I told you, wait, Sigil.
Seagulls, I know.
She looks at you with a confused look for a moment and says they needed me to watch over the house and alert them if anyone went inside. When they first showed me the house, I was horrified. The bodies, the blood, everything. But they have very convincing methods. She says, She just shakes her head and says, I want nothing to do with them. I just did what I was told.
So you think they're going to let you off the hook after this one thing?
She shrugs and says, it's a big world and it's got a lot of people in it that would do far worse. I try not to anger who I can. She says, in any case, I'm not your enemy, and begins walking back down her street.
Alright, I turn to her one more time and go, we're not your enemy either, but we'd like to be your allies. If you ever need any help, you can just find us. Especially if the Silver Sigil calls again.
She keeps walking. I will save her NPC card in case you guys ever see her again.
I mean, she's hot. That's one that prime pizza has to go away unnoticed.
Yeah, so the rest of the party, do you guys approach the sentry?
Are we going to approach the sentry? I feel like we were still coming up with a plan of attack.
I mean, why not? Let's just go. Screw it.
You guys charge him, or you go to talk to him?
I'm gonna go to talk.
Yeah, the man is waiting outside. He stops you and says, Calkin office is closed.
I noticed. But you don't seem to be from the Calkin. Who are you?
He says, just a concerned citizen helping out.
Helping out?
Is there any reason why you're just standing outside?
He says, the Calkin sometimes dealt with manners that are strange to the normal everyday person. We're just trying to make sure those things remain in check.
Interesting. Is that why they're all dead? I have no
Straight to the
tact.
point.
I
Yeah.
have no tact.
Hey, it says, so you were the ones in here earlier that Orencina signaled us about.
I was in here earlier today, trying to ask the Calkin for help, and then I saw a very gruesome scene. I went to get my comrades. Run deception check.
I mean, isn't that pretty
it's
true?
The truth. It's
Yeah,
the truth.
that's actually very true. Yeah, he opens. He says, "You need to come with us," and he knocks on the door. Opens it and then gestures for you guys to come inside.
Should we gesture for the others to join us?
They'd be walking back towards you, and they'd see that if you guys choose to go inside, they'd see you guys walk inside.
Well, yeah, I'll walk inside. Headlong into danger.
Right there with him.
They as you guys walk in, the man calls into the room and says, Credori, these are the ones that were here. You guys see the torchlight in the hallway with the stairwell before you finally see a pale woman carrying a torch walk into view into the room. Behind her is another person in a red and silver robe, standing about a head taller than her. He comes up moments later from the hallway, also entering the main room. The man says to the woman, the one who let you in, says to the woman, ask what you need, I'll still be outside keeping watch. He closes the door. The woman standing in front of you looks you over for a moment, then questions and says, what were you doing here?
I was here earlier to seek advice from the Calkin, and I saw all of this. I went to get my comrades, and we came back to investigate. And then we saw your friend outside.
She nods and says, discovered this. Okay. I discovered it like this about 3 days ago. I'm sorry, the Calkin can't help you.
Do you know what happened here?
She looks around and says, they've got enemies, but whatever caused this, they've got some serious threats. I don't know what they were looking into that caused something like this to happen.
Were there any survivors at all?
She nods and says, the things they keep locked up in the basement.
Things, probably creatures.
And she'll look over and say, when did you come here? Did you notice anything missing?
No. This place was a mess the last time we came here around a week ago. And it looks even more like a mess now, so I wouldn't know if anything was missing.
She nods and says, well, we'll just keep an eye on the building.
You believe the person that was here will come back?
She says, we weren't the first ones to find it. Somebody else did. If they have reason to come back, I don't know.
Hey, Brandon.
Yes.
How long is mine and Tristan's interaction before we get back to before we attempt to go back to the house?
You guys would be walking back to the party when you see them go back in here. If you guys chose to walk inside, it'd be about now if you talk to the front guard and tried to come in.
But we're going to try to come in.
Alright. Yeah, the guard opens up and says, 2 more, Credori.
So, what did we miss?
Apparently, it's a
Holy shit, is that a dead body?
As I told you before, yes, Brock, there were a lot of dead bodies here.
Well, that's a true statement.
I know sometimes you don't believe me, but yes, I did see a dead body. There were a lot of dead bodies.
Quite a few.
So, did I miss anything?
This woman has informed us that apparently the Kalkin kept creatures here, and something may be missing, but even they don't know what was missing. Or it
Is
is
this
that they
true?
did this.
Turning to the lady, is this true?
She nods and says, a ghost got out of their cell downstairs, but, one rogue Terrai didn't cause all of this.
Why are you so interested in the Kalkin?
She rolls her eyes and says, I'm not. And that is our business. But if you have nothing else to offer me, we don't,
Roll an Insight 19. Although I'm pretty sure it's obvious that she does have an interest in them. But just to ask.
Just picking apart, her words, you'd be able to just kind of discern the way that these bodies have been left here. No burial, no anything. And that they've known about this. They have, there's no amount of respect paid to these bodies. They probably don't have any concern for the Kalkin. Maybe more concern for whatever was behind it.
Gotcha. Well, you did mind if we finish investigating this, seeing as you haven't found anything? And since you don't care?
She, shrugs and, says, stay out of the basement.
Can't promise anything, but we'll try.
The man standing behind her, just holds up a hand and says, look, we're not the combative arm of our order. It's best just to let the things they have down there rot in their cells.
Alright. Well, thank you for your warning. And we're going to investigate this place.
Credori nods and, heads over, near the hearth where a couple chairs are and, pulls out a, mirror and begins, moving her hand over it, whispering some words. The man follows her.
All right. I turn to the group and suggest that one person keep watch over these guys, and the rest of us go to the basement.
Who do we all have with us right now?
The whole party is there. You guys, it's touching. At this point, it's touching near 2 a.m. If you guys don't find someplace to sleep soon, you will start to suffer from a level of exhaustion.
Okay. I'd say would it take as much time if we had a few people go down to the basement, do a quick look around, and then leave? Or
No,
come back
not at
the
all.
next day? Okay. Is that fine with the rest of you guys? We can have our characters look at the basement, do a quick look around, and then leave to rest.
Sounds fine to me.
Since they or we can leave now since they gave us the go ahead to look around. We can come back the next day.
Yeah, but they may take something important now since they're here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they found it 3 days ago, so they would have taken whatever they needed to take already.
Well, they're still coming back 3 days later. So
They
they're
came
still
back
searching for something.
because we showed up.
You
Well,
guys
if they
head
came back-
downstairs.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going to head downstairs. We're going to do our own investigation.
Downstairs there are 6 cells, 5 of which are closed, 1 of which is empty. And this is just stuff you guys see with your dark vision, as it is not very large down here. It's probably about 60 feet in diameter at most.
Oh, good. The very edge.
Yeah, I was to say that's like the maximum, and that would be a pretty large basement, probably
Yeah,
40
yeah.
feet in
That's what I'm
diameter.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. Like, wow, 60-foot basement. That's pretty big.
Yeah. There's a shelf of urns, one of which is turned over. Probably actually one of which is broken. In the cells though, you guys see very strange creatures. A lot of probably 4 of the cells are just overgrown with vines. Inside of the cell is a moving humanoid figure. It kind of watches you as you move about. It's completely composed of vines. All of them watch you. Some of them outstretch their hands towards you, trying to move the vines on the cells towards you as you walk by. However, as they do, the vines kind of twirl around them, and small pieces of them break off and fall off. They seem to be withering.
All right. Do I roll knowledge nature to try and figure out what these creatures are?
You can.
Roll a 19.
Yeah.
I know less than you.
Yeah, I'll roll 1 even though I know just a little less than.
Yeah, you guys look at these things. The best you can come up with is these are some type of plants that have been touched with some serious corruption.
So they're not a creature that's commonly seen or talked about.
No, they are not.
Okay. They may even be something new.
Possibly. They're obscure. Let's see. Yeah, at most, Urkus and Brock would have heard stories about these, from the eastern woods of, Alyan, or from the edge of the woods of the western forests. But them appearing inside a city would be like, is that the thing I've heard stories about? Trees attacking? No, that's weird.
Here? That's odd.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a general search, this is all that we see. There doesn't seem to be like any notes or anything down here. Just the cages with the creatures and the urns.
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation check just to make sure we're not missing anything?
Yes, you can. But once again, this place seemed to have a purpose. So.
Okay. I rolled a 21. Master detective.
There is a block in the back corner, with a basket underneath it. It has a black ooze on it. If anything, probably the things that the Kalkin couldn't restrain, perhaps they executed down here.
Alright. I don't think I do. But does anybody have a vial so I can collect this bad ooze?
I'm not getting near that stuff again.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, it looks familiar to Urkus.
Yeah, another black ooze. Like, no. No.
I have a water skin.
Oh, is it empty? Or are you willing to waste it?
I have a very deep concern about emptying water anywhere near plant monsters. I'm not a smart man, but I know how to tend a garden.
It's actually a really
You're a sailor!
Sailors
I've been on a boat. Get a lot of reading done.
Roman is not stupid.
You can read?
So I turn to the other members, aka the NPCs, and ask them if anybody's got a vial or something I can collect this liquid with.
I don't know why you bothered asking, Tristan.
Yeah, I was about to say, Tristan...
Tristan ain't gonna give me shit.
Yeah, Tristan says, why don't you just...
He's gonna give me shit.
Angolian would have nothing for you.
I turn to my last hope, it's just like a...
Jessica has nothing for you either. She's got the greatsword that she looted on her back.
Brock, I feel you need to start carrying vials with you wherever you go now.
Man, apparently. What about in my newly acquired spell pouch?
No vials, as spell pouches are mostly like a twig of a tree that was struck by lightning, a piece of a firefly bug, a wing or like a feather of some bird, not necessarily like a vial of like, you know, this potion. Brock does have a vial, if I'm not mistaken, when...
Oh, the 2 health potions that I drank.
Well, not the health potions. I'm pretty sure, somebody administered medical care to Urkus, and Brock took a vial of his, like, muddied blood, or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to mix the 2 together. Well, how about I pour out the vial with Urkus's blood?
Okay. As you go to do that, you notice the stuff in there doesn't seem to preserve well on its own. It is dusty.
Coagulated.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
poured
yeah.
that out.
I'll look at that and go, you still had that?
He cares about
You
you.
never know.
He has an Urkus shrine with your pieces of your hair in it too. Yeah, but
I use my water skin to rinse it out a little bit.
yeah, you're able to scrape enough of this ooze into the vial to fill it up halfway. You notice the ooze too seems to be losing a lot of its viscosity.
It looks like the same stuff that Urkus was dealing with.
Oh, good. It's one of those again. I'm definitely not going near it.
Well,
What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, we fought a few demon dogs and ran away. That's how I met Jessica.
She points to Urkus's arm, where I don't know if I don't think it's scarred over, but she says he was bit. He was poisoned.
Yeah, that happened.
Well, being poisoned sucks.
Yeah.
poison breath.
Yeah. And she says to Brock, I don't think it's legal to walk around with Bridgehound venom.
Especially pure, undiluted, not mixed with blood, Bridgehound venom.
Well, what they won't know, don't get me arrested.
Oh.
I'll show up. We don't know him.
Tristan points to you and says, "You're indebted to me."
I point to Tristan and tell him no.
He shrugs and says, "Man, be such a shame if the guards found out you had that. Hope no one tells them."
From an unknown source, yeah.
I feel like Tristan wouldn't keep it to himself anyways. So his words of "you're indebted to me" don't mean shit.
Take the gamble, man. There you go.
I'm fine with it.
All right, so
I'm just holding it as evidence. I'm not trying to use it.
you guys head out.
Yeah.
Yep.
We didn't see anything here, so I might as well head out.
I have
Okay.
a strong urge to fuck with those creatures, but I don't know the amount of good idea versus bad idea that is.
Yeah, as you guys are leaving, the three members of the Silver Sigil are standing in a corner, still next to the hearth, conversing amongst themselves. As you leave from the basement, their conversation stops as they watch you leave. They all remain behind. You guys head back to the mansion?
Yeah. As we're walking outside down the street, I turned to everybody else and asked them, "Wasn't the Silver Sigil the ones who hired the last Hellhound?"
I don't know.
They...
To kidnap Al Shandor?
Jessica shakes her head and says, "No, they helped us rescue him."
Yeah, they... No. He was kidnapped by the guys who were... with the sacrificing Terrai, gathering Terrai? The evil cult guys.
Oh, okay. I wasn't all there during that environment. I was completely out of character.
Yeah. Jessica says the doppelganger took him, but She said somebody else hired her to take him, and then the cult kidnapped him from her when she was running.
Alright. Well,
Yeah, but you guys are able to get back to the manor around probably 3:30 a.m. and head to sleep. You will have to spend some extra time sleeping, as you guys did stay out pretty late investigating, if you want a full rest.
Scrubs. You only need 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
A bunch of coffee.
let's
All right.
see.
guess I'll take my 8 hours.
Okay, yeah, it's the 31st of
Yeah.
Father. The service at Umiya's temple has already started as you guys all get up and get yourselves gathered right before midday.
Alright, has Esri returned from her nightly journeys?
She has not.
Okay. Well, I suggest the next thing we do is try and track down this cult. That apparently want a lot of people dead.
The cult that we ransacked with.
Ransack what?
Yeah,
Not a wizard.
Andis and you guys basically walked through one of their
Strong
dens and just blew them apart.
Yeah, so
One of the reasons why Jessica wants to join the Silver Sigil.
Also, you gotta respect Mega Wizard. He was a snappy dress and a fucking monster.
he tore through dimensions. But I don't know what to do. Kalkin are dead. We don't know who killed them.
We have an
Are
idea
you-
who killed them.
Are you guys discussing
They-
this at breakfast the next morning?
Yeah.
Would you be discussing this in front of everyone, or are you having this in private?
I would prefer to have it in private.
Alright, I need you to tell me who's there, because that depends on,
I'm sure that oh yeah, I would assume the only person that'd be with us would probably be Career, and she would have.
Okay.
Career and Brock's servant, they probably would have gone about their day at this point since we're up late.
Well, Aaron is a slave. It is illegal for him to move around the city alone.
Right,
So,
right.
if Brock doesn't send him to do somewhere, he has to be with Brock.
I mean, Aaron seems like a nice guy. He organized my sock tour. It was very organized. Thank you, Aaron.
So you guys have this conversation in front of Aaron?
Yes. I also tell Aaron, don't repeat this to anybody else. Anybody else, including your previous master.
Aaron shakes his head and says, "Oh, I wouldn't dare. Visiting the Kalkin with Lord Madison was awful. I hated it."
I want to roll insight, just make sure he's not bluffing.
You can.
I rolled an 18.
18.
Hopefully.
Yeah, he seems pretty earnest. Because Brock did so well on that insight check, I'll allow him a free intelligence check. It is a straight intelligence check. Roll a d20, add your intelligence.
I rolled an 11. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, Brock didn't succeed.
Damn it. Now I want to know.
DC was 12. Jessica has a +1 in intelligence. I've rolled one for her. She says, wait, what was Lord Madison doing at, the Calkin? Aaron shrugs and says, I don't know. He went there all the time.
Like, how often?
He thinks for a moment and says, well, we only came to the capital for the month of Father, but he was there about twice a week for the first 2 weeks we were here. Then he shrugs and says, then he sold me to you guys last week.